Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and it's your girl Adefemi Shumaski. Anytime you see this video, is going to either be on my birthday or a few days to my birthday. So today I turned 35 and I've just been looking over the years, how far I've come, and I'm just full of gratitude. And I'm doing this video to just share what I've learned so far, beginning of this year till now, what I've learned so far this year. And that's just what this video is about. So come with me guys, let's gist. You find me, I'll be looking down on my tablet because I'm just trying to get my notes up. So at the beginning of this year, I had so many things journaled, or as the year was going by, as I was learning one thing or the other, I had them written down. So I'm just going to be checking my journal to share what I've learned so far. One of the things I've learned this year is God is the one that truly looks after kids. If they will survive, they will, no matter what you do. So beginning of this year, I've just discovered that being a toddler mom, seeing where my child plays a lot, and there was something that happened. So we woke up in the morning after our morning prayers. I was walking my son down the stairs. I don't know, for some reason I left him, and normally when he's going down the stairs, he grabs the staircase, he grabs the handles of the stairs, right? But for some reason, I don't know, I was holding him down the stairs, then I left him that, oh, he can do it anyway. Then he rolled on the stairs. He rolled a couple of steps and he suddenly stopped and sat down. And it was like a flash in my head. Then he cried and I ran down to carry him. It was just like a very fast flash in my head. And I was just like, thank you, Jesus. At the moment I saw him rolling, I shouted, Jesus. Then after he rolled twice, he stopped and he sat down on the staircase. Then I ran and carried him. I checked him to be sure that he was fine. Nothing was wrong with him. And it just occurred to me that God is the one that keeps your child. That incident could have been something else. It could have been a bad case in the morning. I don't know. But then God is the one that keeps the child. There are so many cases that just made me understand that, see, you just worry for no reason. God is the one that actually keeps a child. Another incident happened when it was very small. For some reason, if you know me very well, I like hot coffee, hot tea. If it's not hot, I won't take it. So on that very day, for some reason, I added more milk than, I don't know if I've shared this before, but there are so many cases of what God does in our lives that just make me realize that, you see, this child is God's child. For some reason, on that day, I like hot coffee, but on that particular day, I added more milk than usual. And my son, he was just playing. I think it was a few months. It wasn't even up to a year. He just grabbed, how children are so curious. He just grabbed the coffee and it spilled on him. But thankfully, it was not burnt, because for some reason on that particular day, it was more milk than hot water. So it wasn't hot. Or was it the case when it was 8 weeks and he was choking? And I almost legit thought, that's it for me, this child. Sometimes the way he plays, I've not gotten to a point where I'm just so like, me and Jesus, we are one. It's not going to end the way the enemy wants it, even though we are so careful. But then, no matter how careful you can be, God is the one that keeps a child. Another lesson I've learned in this motherhood journey, in this life, or this year, is, I would say the way I wrote it down, let the power of no, even when I can't afford it. I've now gotten to a point where I can put budgets on benevolences. I'm more able to say no, even when I can afford it. There are cases that have happened this year. Somebody will just slide into my DM and be like, oh, Adefemi, oh, can you please borrow me this? Can you please borrow me money? Even when I have it, I'm able to say no. Especially to those people that they just come out of the blue to just ask you for things without checking up on you. They don't even care whether you're okay, you're fine or nothing. They just come and ask you for money randomly. That's all they do. Anytime they check up on you is to ask you for something. So I've learned the ability of saying no, the strength to say no, I'm not giving you my money, to put a budget on benevolence. Because at the end of the day, if you keep giving, you just become poor. I'm not saying giving is not good, but then you have to do it sensibly. not at your own detriment. So that's one thing that I've really learned this year, the power of saying no, even when I know that I can afford it, even when I know that I have it. But the fact that I'm learning to save more, invest more this year, rather than just giving out my money for no reason. So I've learned, that's one thing I've learned also, the power of saying no, even when I can afford it. Before, they hold me. If somebody says, oh, they need a phone, I would start looking for money to get them the phone, start looking for somebody that is going to Nigeria to send them the phone. Or if they say they need money, I will start budgeting them into my finances. Each month, I'm always left with nothing in my bank account because, oh, I've already budgeted it. I'll give this person. But now if you come, I'm not comfortable, I'm not at peace to tell you no and not feel guilty about it, which is good. Number 3 thing I've learned this year again is take care of your health while you can, especially when you are young, so that you are healthy enough for omugo, that's what I said, or for you to travel or whatever you choose to do when you finally get older and you choose to retire. And looking at our parents, the choices they made or the kind of life they live, I just want to make better choices so that when I get to that age where they are right now, I can enjoy my old age. I can be free to travel wherever I want. I am healthy enough to be able to go visit my children and be a good mother-in-law to their wives. If you are not healthy, there's no way you go to and do omugo or take care of your own children. You are just going to end up being a liability to them. And no children want their parents to be a liability. That's one prayer I pray every day, that none of my parents will be a liability to me. None of my parents in love will be a liability to me. So you need to take care of your health while you are young. Make better choices, live healthy, exercise more, eat well. Make better choices with your health. At the end of the day, we'll pray that God grants every one of us good health, no illnesses. There are cases that you can't really help it. You could be diagnosed with some diseases, but whatever is going to happen to you, God forbid, it should not be something that is man-made or something that is avoidable. Or even if you're not being diagnosed with something, you working towards living a better and healthy life, you eat more fruit, eat vegetables, exercise more, you say, oh, that's not for you. While you're young, make better choices so that when you go or when you become older, you are beneficial to people around you. You are a blessing and people are not worrying about you just because of the choices you made when you are younger. So that's one thing I've learned this year, that take care of your health, not for now but for the future. Especially if you have kids, you need to live healthy. You need to make better choices for yourself and also for them, so that you can be alive to look after your kids and be a better parent at the end of the day. Another lesson I've also learned is resist the urge to constantly come online to explain yourself. I think this year my social media presence has really reduced a lot, and I've just focused my energy on just YouTube, which is where I really want to be. And I'm not coming online to come and explain why I changed my name, why I did this, why. Just resist the urge to come online to come and explain why you did not pack so thing in your hospital bag. Or there are some videos I even do sometimes. I want to explain why I did that thing that way, but I'm like, the information is not going to be beneficial to you, so why? Especially information that are unnecessary, that we don't need to know about. Everything cannot be content. Your life cannot just be content all the time. There are some information that we don't really need to know about it. So you're resisting that urge to come online to come and explain yourself to people that don't care about you, people that don't love you, that don't know you, just for likes and followership. Now, when you get to a certain age in your life, you just outgrow some things. So that's one thing I've learned this year. Why are you not online? I just don't want to be online. I cannot start explaining to you I'm sick, I'm not fine, I'm not this. If you just message me, I'll say I'm fine. We thank God. I'm not going to explain myself to you. We move on. And when you see me online again, congratulate me, we move on. Or why did you share that you are pregnant or you've delivered your baby? I don't owe anybody explanation. You are not my midwife, you are not my doctor. So if I don't tell you, it's not from a place of, oh, I'm scared that you are going to judge me. No, it's just because that information is going to be beneficial to you. No. So resist the urge to constantly come online to explain yourself. We don't need it because this motherhood journey is so deep in my heart, and I'm trying each day to do better. So another thing I've learned is your child will not hate you for setting boundaries. Rather, they will love you more for shaping them right. So there are so many things that my son will do sometimes, and I'll be guilty. Sometimes I feel guilty. Maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh on him like that. Maybe I shouldn't have corrected him. But now I've understood that, see, he will not hate me for setting boundaries. There are some things that are non-negotiable. There are times that I bait him. My husband will be like, oh, that you are making the child traumatic. He will not enjoy baiting. I say, I don't need him to enjoy baiting. He just needs to understand that he needs to bait. It's not something that I'm negotiating with him or asking him, oh, will you bait today? He will not tell me. Because if you ask him, will you bait today? He will tell you no. Do you want to brush your teeth? No. So I cannot start having that conversation with you. In as much as we are doing gentle parenting, we still need to be hard on these kids. So I'm not going to be negotiating with you. Are you going to pray today, or are we going to go to church? No. There are some non-negotiable, and it needs to be done. You need to brush your teeth. You need to bathe. So with setting boundaries, your child is not going to hate you for it, but rather they would love you. Because when they turn out well, my goal is for you to turn out well. My goal is for you to know how body odor or be smelly. These things, we don't do it. And when you don't grow up, you are not worthy of being in the society because you are smelling. I don't want that. So your children will not hate you for setting boundaries. Rather, they will love you. And another thing my child did one day, I can't remember what he did, but then his father shouted at him. And I was thinking, oh, maybe that's the end of their friendship over. Children that just, and after a few minutes, he still went back to his dad. I even offered to carry him. No, he still went back to his dad. So he's not going to now say because his father corrected him, now the fathership has ended. I don't know the way God has designed it, but these kids, they understand. They know when they are doing the wrong thing. And when you correct them, they will love you for it and not hate you. Boundaries are necessary. No matter what kind of parenting style you have chosen to choose, you having to be a soft parent, gentle parenting, but then not being permissive. There are some boundaries that need to be set. There are some things that are non-negotiable if you want your child to turn out right. Discipline is important. When I was pregnant with my second baby, how people showed up for me, how people turned up for me. This is something that I could say. I've never really experienced so much love like this. God has always favored me everywhere I go, everywhere I find myself. But this year, he has really proved it that he is an amazing God and he's a faithful God. And that lesson is we all need a forge around us that lifts our sword up when we are tired. Someone that will pray with you, go to battle on your behalf, lift your souls up when you are down. It is called a community. We all need a community. The power of community, I cannot even overemphasize it. The power of like-minded men and women that will go to battle on your behalf. We all need it. And I've had those people in my life this period. When I was pregnant, is it someone that will just message, I'm craving this, the person will cook for me, will even bring it to my house? Or when I had delivered my baby, how people showed up for me, came to the hospital to check on me, took my child in throughout the day while I was away in the hospital and my husband was with me. Is it the way people took care of me when I had my baby? The power of community, God has really showed it to me this period. And is it my friend that sent me food all the way from Kent? The food even couldn't get delivered. Then she sent it again. And there's another video that I did where I said showing up for people is very important. When you show up for people, they will always show up for you. And these are not even people I showed up for. These are just sisters. These are just friends. Community of minded people from church that will raise your hand up, lift you up when you are weak, when you cannot help yourself. They will pray with you and just be a support system for you. We all need that. And God has been so faithful. I've benefited from that. And I also pray that I'm able to be half of what these people, or pay it forward to other people that also need it. So one thing I've learned is we all need a forge around us that lifts our sword up when we are tired. We all need people around us. And it reminds me of each time I drive or through these people's houses, or each time I see these people, it just reminds me of this Yoruba adage that I never really understood the meaning. So I know what it means, but when you have not really experienced something, you don't really know what it means. And that is in your last shop. People are my clothes. You need people that will clothe you when you are naked, when you are at your lowest. People that would cover your shame, pray for you. We all need that. If you have the grace of no fertility issues, please do pregnancy while you're still young. Carry this baby I know I'm just 35. There are people that are 42, 50 that get pregnant and they have seamless pregnancy and all that. But then I would say, because I'm someone that when I'm pregnant, I don't enjoy my pregnancy. I'm always sick. I still go to work, not that kind of sickness that I'm bedded down, but then I'm always sick. I don't enjoy my food. I can't eat from first trimester till third trimester till I deliver the baby. I'll be spitting, I'll be chewing up. It's just chaotic. And this pregnancy was even much harder than when I had my baby. I think I had my first child when I was 31, 2023, when I was 31 or 32 thereabouts. And now I'm having this baby now when I'm 35, or let's say 34. So if you have the grace of, you don't have any fertility issue and you actually want to be a mom, you're married, please do it early while you can. I feel like the recovery process when you are younger is a bit different from when you are older. The way you carry your pregnancy, the strength is a bit different from when you do it when you are much older. Your body changes. The things you can do when you are 20, your body can really not do it when you are 33 or 35. Your body changes. And as a woman, your hormones, everything keeps changing. I'm not disputing the fact that there are some people that God has really blessed them with a good body. They snap back after having their baby faster, or they have seamless pregnancy. And there are some people that they have complications with having a baby and all that. I'm not talking about those people like that. But then, if God has blessed you with a good body, God has blessed you with good hormones, you can carry a baby, please do it while you can when you're young. There's no point saying you're married now, you're going to now wait for 10 years before you have a child. If you know you want to be a mom, you want to have a child, please do it when you're young. And another lesson, which will be the last one, is asking for help is okay. I think I've just got to that level of maturity that I also want to be taken care of. I look after people. I put people first. But then, in as much as I'm putting other people first, I also want to be taken care of. So gone are those days when you say, "What if do you need something?" That I'll say, "Oh, don't worry, I'm being modest." I'm not being modest anymore. If you ask me if I need something, if I actually need something, I'm gonna tell you what I need. I'm not going to be modest and be like, "Oh, don't worry about it." No. So that's one thing I've learned, and God has given me the grace to be able to open up to people. I'm someone that I'm not really open like that. I can carry my own cross by myself. But then God has given me the grace to be able to ask for help. So asking for help is okay. If someone says, "Do I need something?" I won't say no. If I need something, I will tell you I need something. God helps you to be able to gift me that thing. I will just take the help and I will say thank you. If you compliment me, I will just say thank you. I won't say, "Oh no, I'll be modest." No, I won't try to be modest. I will just say thank you. One last thing I'm grateful for this year. This will not be a lesson, but it's just something. I think it's also a lesson. It's just something that I've just discovered that I've got the grace for. Everybody tells me, see, I don't know if you can see, this is my tummy. And I'm just 2 weeks postpartum or 3 weeks postpartum. Like, my tummy has snapped back. And people look at me and say, "You look good. You're a very calm person." And when I was even going to deliver my baby, I drove myself down to the hospital. I didn't even know what was coming. And that lesson, or that thing I would say I'm grateful for, is the grace to be calm in the face of chaos. I don't even think I understand what it means, but it's a virtue. If you have that grace, I think it's something you need to be grateful for, because not everybody has it. I'll give you an example, or a series of examples. So what do I mean by the grace to be calm in the face of chaos? People say, "Oh, you handle it with grace, you handle life with grace, you handle this with grace." It's just grace at the end of the day. There are so many things that will happen in the house. My husband, his first reaction will be on impulse. He will shout, he will beat himself, he will be angry, it will be that. But if something happens, for me, it's the other way around. If something happens, the first thing that clicks on my head is, it has happened. What's the solution? Let's move from it. I'm not going to beat myself about it. I'm not going to cry over it. I'm not going to start shouting. No, it has happened. Let's move on. What's the solution? The only time I will start panicking is when there's no solution, or when the solution doesn't seem like doable, or I'm worried about the solution. that they've given me, that is when I'll panic. So if God forbid something happens to my child today, the first point of action is not for me to panic, it's not for me to cry. The first thing is, he's joking. What's the solution? What am I going to do? Who am I going to call? My head will be spinning like 360. And I feel like it's grace. When people say, oh, you don't look like what you are passing through, you have the strength, you are strong, you don't know what God has done for you. Because some people, they can't handle hard situations, they can't handle difficulty. There was one time I was involved in an accident. I had hematoma. My head was swollen because I had formed of blood in my head. When the accident happened, the first thing that came to my mind was, the people involved, are they okay? Is there any casualty? The people in the car, are they okay? If when those boxes were ticked, everybody was fine, then before I now realized that, oh, you've got hematoma and all that, me having hematoma is the least of my problem. So far, everybody in the car, they're okay. There's no casualty. There's not going to be a police problem. I'm not going to go to jail for anything. It's just car at the end of the day. Insurance will pay it off. We move on from it. Is it painful? Yes. Is it a hard thing to process? Yes. But at that moment, I'm not going to start panicking or start being flapping. No. What I did at that moment was, it has happened. Is everybody's okay? They are fine. Are we going to court? No. Are we going to prison? No. Well, thank God. What's the solution? Call the van down. Come and pick up the vehicle. Let's tow it away. Call ambulance. Let's check this thing. Go to the hospital. Check your head. If everything is fine, go home. We thank the Lord. So if you have that grace, you don't know what God has done for you. And I feel like it's worthy of being thankful, because it's not me that wired myself like that. It's just God that has made it like that. And I think it also comes with you coming to a place of gratitude in your life, when you are just full of thanksgiving and you know that God is the one that owns your life. He's the only one. There's nothing that God has given to us in this. There's nothing that we have in this life. If God has not given it to you, you can't have it. What's that Bible saying that says, if God does not build the house, the builder just builds in vain? So if God has not given you something, if He has not given you the grace for something, no matter what you do, you just be working hard and no results. May that not be a portion in Jesus' name. So that's just the few things I've learned so far this year. And let me know in the comment section if there's anything that have really stood out for you this year. I know the year is still pregnant. So many things are still going to happen. And we only pray that good things will happen to us. So drop in the comment section. Let us know what has stood out for you this year. And thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And happy birthday to me.